Hello. Just doing a general bookish update because I felt like it and I can. I also want to talk about the summer reading program at my library. Of course, since I just moved here, this is the first time doing the Fayetteville one. And it looks pretty awesome. Let me get my little bookie thing today. I signed up for it today, and one of the things that I already think is really cool about it is, even though it doesn't officially kick off until the 30th, and today's the 12th of May, I can start putting books in this now. So that's really cool. The little thing that you write your books in only has 20 entries, which isn't a lot for me. I mean, considering that this goes through mid-August, 20 entries is not a lot for me. But, I mean, you can pick up more, and that's no big deal. For every, I wore lipstick today. My lips are peeling. There are weekly drawings for, different things you can win. And I think you just have to... I'm not really sure how those work for this library. I think you either just bring this in or they're automatic. But for every 5 books you read, you're entered to win the grand prize at the end of the program, which is an iPad, which would be absolutely awesome to have for school. So I'm totally motivated at reading. I mean, I read 24 books last month in April. I read 24 books. So because of that, I'm kind of booked out, book slump, whatever you want to call it. But at the same time, I'm really motivated to win an iPad for school because, like I said, that would be really awesome, especially since I'm starting a new place and everything. So that's the library program. The theme is Escape the Ordinary or Superheroes or something like that. They're actually selling the t-shirts that go for it at my library for only $5, which is super cheap for a t-shirt. And I've never seen a library selling them before, so that's really cool. When I have money, I really want to get one. But there's that. I have 12 books out from the library right now, which, yes, for me, is not a very big stack. Well, it is lately, but, back in high school, that wasn't a big stack. So, last month when I started getting them and I was reading like I was in high school, it wasn't a big stack. And I'd ordered some and I was waiting for them to come in, and you know how it goes. They all came in at once. So I started tonight, the one that came in, this one, A Darker Shade of Magic, because everybody has been talking about it. And I'm about 70 pages in. It's really good so far, so looking forward to finishing that. I'm trying to push myself to get through this reading slump because I really want to read. I just can't make myself pick anything up. So I think also part of my problem is I was trying to finish some stuff that's out of renewals that I'm going to need to return. And one of those is a book about Vikings, which I'm really interested in and was super interested in when I checked it out. I'm still interested in it. I'm just not in the mood for nonfiction right now. So I'm hoping Darker Shade of Magic, everybody's been talking about it, it gets me out of that slump, and then I can just get going on some of these. Because like I said, I have 12 out, and I'm in the middle of 5 of those. I've already started reading 5 of those. And I think 2 of them are ones that I started reading a while ago that I'm just going to start over because I don't remember where I was at. Or 3 of those, I think. 2 or 3. I don't know. I've got 12 of them out. So there's that. And then I was going to update on other bookish things. What else was I going to talk about? I had this really awesome Ninja Turtles themed bright green glitter all over my eyelids, and I was going to go ahead and do a video while I still had my makeup on. And I thought, no, I'll just do a video later, and then I took it off, and I said I was going to do a video, and I'm like, well, I don't care because A, I don't care, and B, this is a book video, not a makeup video. Who cares if I'm wearing makeup? I'm talking about books, not what's on my face. So there's that. Do you guys want to hear the books I have up in the library? I'm still over at Alex's mom and dad's house. So everything's a little weird. There's not really anywhere proper to plug my my computer in. It's kind of a pain, but it's okay because there are these cute little puppies. Okay, so I'm going to pile them up on the table so I can pile it back down there in the order they were in. So, of course, I already showed you this one, Darker Shade of Magic. Like I said, everybody's been talking about this on BookTube. Escape the Ordinary. That's the theme. They always put it on bookmark for the reading program this year, so that's cool. I'm really enjoying it so far. Looking forward to getting more into it. I think tonight's going to be one of those nights where I stay up and read, and I think that'll throw me out of the slump, I hope. This one is called The Vikings. It's just a history about the Vikings. Like I said, it's nonfiction. I have started this. It is really interesting. Like I said, just not in a nonfiction mood. Wicked is the book that the musical was based on, which I didn't know was a thing, and I found out it was a thing, and I'm like, must read this, because I haven't seen the musical. I'm just in love with the music. So I'm reading it so far. I started reading it, and I'm really enjoying it. I just hit that stupid reading slump, so looking forward to finishing that. I think it's part of a series, but I'm not entirely sure. Somebody tell me. This one is another one I had started on that I'd seen on BookTube called The Madman's Daughter. It's by Megan Shepherd. If you've read The Island of Dr. Moreau, it's Dr. Moreau's daughter. It's about her. So that's really interesting, and I'm really enjoying it so far. Once again, reading slump, but I'll get out of that. I will force myself out of that because I want to read these books really badly. But it is part of a series, but I think the other books in the series are like similar thought, but not the same book, if it makes sense. Not Island of Dr. Moreau, like different books like that. So those will be really interesting. This one was when this one and the next one are both ones I got when I got the other Viking book out. This one is actually a biography. There we go. It's called The Far Traveler, and it's about, and it's a biography. It's nonfiction. It's about a Viking woman who, how I understand it, lived in Scout! Scared the crud out of me. These dogs hear things outside and they bark and they scare the crud out of me when I'm here by myself. But she lived in North America for like 3 years and had a son here and all that. And it sounds really interesting, so I'm really looking forward to reading that one. Like I said, I'm wanting to read more about the Vikings anyway because we've been watching this TV show called Vikings and it's really awesome. And if you haven't seen it, you should go watch it. Plus, it doesn't, it doesn't hurt that at least one or more of the main characters are pretty hot. But this is another just nonfiction Vikings history. This one's a little bit thicker, though. This one's by Robert Ferguson. Sorry if I haven't been saying the authors. I'm just going through my library books really quick. This one's called American Gods by Neil Gaiman. I say Gaiman. I'm probably saying it wrong. It might be Gaiman. I don't know. But Kaz from, I think it's Little Book Owl is her YouTube name, mentioned this, and I think it's the one that her reading, like, Scout, stop that. I don't miss having dogs. Scout! That her reading, like, kind of like a book club, but like the book of the month type things that there are a lot of. I usually keep up with those, and I don't tend to read along with them because I just don't work that way, but I do try and read the same books. That way I know what everybody's talking about. So this is the one that she mentioned, and it sounded really interesting, so I'm looking forward to reading that. I just got that the other day. Everybody on YouTube has been going nuts about Colleen Hoover. And my library only has 2 Colleen Hoover books, and one of them, Ugly Love, that they're making into a movie apparently, is ordered but not in yet because everybody else has it. So this is the one I got. I started reading it and it was just like, ugh. Actually, I think this might have been what kicked off the reading slump and not the 24 books I read last month. But I'm really proud of reading 24 books last month, if you can't tell. But I'm going to try again to read this because I'm hoping it just takes a minute to get into because everybody's going nuts over Colleen Hoover. So I've got to see what it is. This one is Deja Dead. This is one that I'd started ages ago. like so long ago I don't remember what I was reading, which is saying something. It's by Kathy Reichs. It's the first book in the series that the TV show Bones is based off of, and Bones is one of my favorite TV shows ever. So, hoping to pick that back up. This one is Shopaholic Takes Manhattan by Sophie Kinsella, that I'm probably mispronouncing. This is another one of those, started, don't remember where it was at. Wanted to finish it off. This is the second book in the Shopaholic series. What's the first one? I think the first one's, Confessions of a Shopaholic, which they made a movie out of. But the first one was decent. It was pretty good. I mean, it's just, there was nothing special about it, but it wasn't bad either. It was a good book. It was a good book, but it wasn't a great book. So this is the second one. This is the second one of the Dexter books, which the Dexter TV show is based off of. I've seen that whole series. Absolutely loved it. Found out that there was a book series that it was based off of, and I was like, oh my gosh, why have I not been reading this? So I read the first one, tore through it, started the second one, only got like a chapter in, and since I was so close, I just figured I'd restart it. So I got that out to restart. I'm looking forward to getting back into those. Because like I said, I love the TV show, and I love the first book, so I'm really hoping I love the second one and the rest of them. This one is called Confessions of an Ugly Stepsister. It's by Gregory Maguire, who's actually the same person who wrote Wicked. I do not intentionally have two Gregory Maguire books out. It's just this one is at the very top of my Goodreads to read list, which means it's been on there for an extremely long time, and I'm talking years here. So I'm like tired of seeing your face on my list. I want to just read you and be done with it. Plus, it sounds really interesting. I mean, just from the title. So, looking forward to finally getting into that one and getting it out of my list. And now I have to get these off the coffee table because, so there's 3 dogs here. Izzy, sweet and adorable and pretty old. Toby is, I don't know what Izzy is. She's like white and stuff. Scout, if you knock over my computer while I'm filming. Toby is a pug, and he's kind of old. He's cute and adorable and just likes to bark at everything, including all the cars that go by. But he's short, so it's okay. And then there's Scout, and she's only like a year old, and she's a chocolate lab, and she's adorable, and she's a really sweet puppy, but she's a puppy. So she's annoying and obnoxious and adorable and cute, and she's already knocked my computer over once. She's almost knocked over my library books. She tried to lick multiple ones of my library books. She spilled water. Yes, the dog spilled water on my library book. Fortunately, it didn't get on the pages, just on the outside, so it was easy to wipe off. But she wags her tail like 100 miles an hour, and she knocked over a water glass that barely had anything in it. And, yeah. So, I have to watch her and where I put my library books and where I put my computer. Other Goodreads news, I'm of course doing the reading challenge this year. I mean, I always do it. I always put 100. I started doing it after high school, so I haven't hit 100 yet, which is just really sad to me. I almost hit it last year. I was at 99. But this year, I'm already at 54 books, and it's only May, and I'm 18 books ahead of schedule, so I'm really proud of myself and really proud of that as well. So that was another bookish thing I know I wanted to mention. Is there any other bookish things I want to mention? I can't think of any. Main goal for reading, give you guys a heads up on what might be coming up on the booktube side of my channel, is get through the library books, because those do have due dates. So main goal, get through those, start working on this, which... this, of course, being the reading program. Start working on that. And then once I get through the library books, work on some other ones that I have at home that I need to finish reading. One of those is called Neuromancer, which Alex has been wanting me to read forever. I did start it, and it was really interesting thus far, but haven't finished it yet. And when I finish that, he does want us to do a book talk about it. So there will be that. But I have to get through all of these first. And I don't know, honestly, if I'm going to do any book reviews on any of these. I would like to do a book review on A Darker Shade of Magic and American Gods, just because they're so big on BookTube right now. But I can't honestly say if I'm going to or not, because if I don't like the book well enough to talk about it for at least 3 or 4 minutes, then I'm not going to do a review on it. So, I've been talking for 15 minutes. I think I'm going to shut up now and get to reading. So that'll be all for this time. Bye!